there. Oh yeah. Here's what we got. Me is what we have and what we get. What we got. What you got to get to give it to your mama. Okay. So I'm not sure you're ready for this. I'm not sure I am ready for this. But guess what? Today we're gonna practice. And finally I get some practice time. Man, it's been intense. We've had lots of different family diseases, and it's been very hard to get. And ooh, we got my man Dumbuk here. What's up? It's been very hard to get time for freaking anything. But now we're here. We're gonna practice. Feels great. Let's turn the amp on. I've heard turning the amp on helps when you want to practice. How you doing, my man Dumbuk? Have you been practicing? What have you been practicing? Oh, still got the blues, Gary Moore. That's awesome. That's more than I can say. I never learned any Gary Moore, and that's because back in the day when I learned other people's stuff, I didn't really understand how cool it was. I understood that much later, mainly thanks to the other GMC instructors. Because everyone spoke about Gary Moore. It's like, yeah, maybe I should give him a second chance. Yeah, Gary Moore is great at bending. Love your shorts. Learning some cool stuff. Thank you, Gabe. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, exactly. He is really king of that kind of high gain and precise, super melodic and kind of crying, bending feel. Love that. He's really good at that. And just the way he makes use of those bends in a melodic context. So it's like the bends have a function in the solo. It's not, sometimes you hear someone play and it's like, okay, now there's been a fast run. The player knows he or she has to start bending, you know. You never get that feeling when listening to Gary Moore. It's always like the bend is like an integral part of the solo. Cool, Dumbuk. That's really smart of you to kind of hone in on something you need to work on and do it in a musical way. Yeah, Gary Moore, you know, the Les Paul sustain is pretty awesome. I definitely feel that like a good, a lot of times a heavy Les Paul kind of sings definitely in a special way. And it also has some, I find like a low mid-range kind of feel, which helps kind of sustaining and almost compressing everything. It's pretty cool. Ooh, pentatonic tapping. I like it, I like it. Just gonna fix this a little bit, sorry. You're gonna see my messy studio for a little while here. Actually, messy garage, I should say. Well, it's messy, that's the keyword. Okay, so here we go. It should be a little bit better. Let's try this instead. Just so that I can see what you guys are typing. The phone was a little bit too far away, although this is pretty. This. So pentatonic tapping, we can do a little bit of that. Oops, I sneaked in some minor there. That's cheating. Thank you, Soul Reaper. I will continue doing what I do. So let's do some pentatonic tapping. I cheated and did some Aeolian minor. That's not okay, so let's try one more time. New sub here. Thanks, man. Thanks so much, man. So, Doombook, is that similar to what you've been doing? Beamin, what's up? Okay, trying to learn the symmetrical shapes. Okay, so symmetrical, that sounds more like it's something diminished, maybe like. I'm bad at that. Let's try one time. Ouchie, I gotta work on that. So A minor pentatonic. So A minor. So what I'm doing here is basically just using a pattern. Beamin, what's up? Like a pattern that allows me to kind of walk around in the pentatonic scale. So it's just this one, for example, this 16th note thing. So 4 notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I'm doing. So it's on the high E string, it's 15, 17, and then back to 15, and then 12. So 15, 17, 15, 12. So in A minor, that would work. It would also work in E minor. Man, sorry about this. I gotta fix my nail problem. Optap, do I take requests? Yes, definitely. I mean, a lot of people are requesting like cover songs. I haven't played cover songs in a long time. But if you wanna kind of steer the discussion topic into something specific, I'm more than happy to hear what you guys are saying. So it's hard to improvise with tapping, Doombook. It's the same thing for me. So what I do, which helps a little bit, but still needs more work, is just to really spend some time and the pattern I showed you is this. But I would do something slower typically, both to get me warmed up, but also if I want to improvise, it's super important to kind of, you know, give yourself some time to think in between the playing. Otherwise, you're never going to be able to improvise. It's just going to, at best, be a muscle memory thing. Cool, Frank. Thanks so much for tuning in. So if I want to improvise with that, I would easily have to do like 20, 25 minutes. And that's, of course, considering I've been working on this for decades. But if I were to do that, I'm not sure I'm going to bore you with that now. Then you would see things starting to happen. I can just try maybe for a minute or so, and hopefully that'll be enough for me to maybe show a little bit what I mean. So I would practice like this. Try to throw in some variations in there and just keep on going. Try to not mess up too much. There, I messed up timing-wise. See if I can get some flow going. I'm still extremely far away though, so I'm not even sure a minute is going to be enough to illustrate this. Anyhow, if I do that for a long time, then, you know, but now it's not very smooth, and that's because I need easily another 20 minutes. But I don't want to bore you to death. So, okay, so I see, yeah, mostly Van Halen lick. So then that probably is something on one string, I'm guessing. It's the same principle, but when you're playing it on one string, it's easier. So it's tempting to try to kind of move on to the next string, but that's never going to work at that tempo. So you're going to have to, again, force yourself to practice really slowly in order to start moving between strings there. Exactly. A fast tapping lick and a bend sounds cool. We could do that. Or maybe like... Ouch. P90. So you measured like the resistance or something with a tool? I couldn't answer that question. I would double check with them. I'm not sure it's that easy because I remember having read somewhere that if it were that easy, then that would be a good way of, you know, measuring what pickup you're dealing with. I don't think it's that precise, but I'm not sure. So you're gonna have to ask someone else. We can do a bit more of that, tapping and bending. Again, I would spend much more time here on doing this first. Ready for those high speeds yet. The smooth isn't good, and whenever you play the flow isn't smooth. Whenever you play and you don't have a good flow, usually you're playing too fast. You know, it should sound good, otherwise you're just like consolidating a bad habit. So let's try one more. You can't naturally produce any distortion, right? Or maybe you mean like push the amp into distortion. Well, you can't do naturally. You're gonna need a booster or something. Or, you know, if your amp has like a volume and like a volume knob and a master knob, then you can really boost the volume knob and turn down the master knob. Not sure that's what you meant. Oh. I don't remember. Somehow. You're my motivation. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I haven't played any cover songs for a long time. So maybe I should warm up a little bit before trying to show you stuff. Thank you, Gaming is Life. Tried it in a different key. That didn't work. Weezer. I haven't played anything with Weezer, but someone told me that this. No, was it? I don't remember. That was Hash Pipe or something, but to me it sounds more like Breaking the Law. Like, I don't know if this. Is that a Weezer song? I've never listened to Weezer. I just play that riff and everybody goes like, oh, Weezer, Hash Pipe. Okay, so just gonna warm up a little bit more here, let's see. Thank you, EDS. Sorry. Couldn't help. Keep the ugly face of the band. Turned out it doesn't work over this one. Thank you, EBS. Thanks for subscribing. Okay, practicing some economy picking now. I'm kind of bad at that, so let's try. EC29, what's up, my man? We're not ready for that yet. Let's try some more. See you later, gaming is live. Okay, a little bit more, and then we're gonna do some shredding here. So I'm warming up my economy picking chops, and just warming up in general. Maybe I should do this before I start streaming, but I think it's pretty cool if you guys get to see, you know, this is how it looks. Even if you have acquired some technique, you can't just instantly bring it out. You're gonna have to warm up. You're gonna have to practice before you can even use that. Haha, thank you, your average water Hashira. Thanks so much, man. Okay, let's try it with strict alternate picking now. So. try some strict alternate picking using 3-note per string now. At this tempo, you shouldn't mess up. So like, so a little bit more before we can shred. Now I'm gonna just practice the string traverse, which is the trickiest part with alternate picking, right? So instead of playing all those 3-note per string, I'm gonna do only practicing on 2 strings, so on the B and the E string. And if you want to do this, it's just like 15 on the B string, 1, 2, 3, and then you play 17 on the high E string. So I'm just using the same pattern, moving it around. Cool, you think I sound like Beethoven. Thanks so much, man. I don't know if it's my shredding or if it's the temperature here in Sweden, but it's getting warm, so just a second. Could be both. Okay, not there yet. We need more precision. Let's do 3-note per string, but only on 2 different strings now, back and forth. So we just get some transition practicing. Okay, smaller movement now. Yeah, Fender American Deluxe. It's a 50th anniversary reissue guitar. I've done lots of modifications to it though. Let's try with a different pick. Yeah. Still pushing it a little bit since I haven't practiced in a while and I haven't warmed up properly. It would make more sense for me to really play at the slow tempos a little bit more. And I'm gonna focus a little bit more on the economy picking side of things. I don't like the sound of economy picking as much, but I've come to realize that practicing both economy and alternate picking is really good for consistency, because some days economy picking is just, or alternate picking just too damn hard. And if you have like economy picking as a fallback, that might mean you still can play your runs. So let's do a little bit of that. Let's do noisy, this guitar. Sorry, I don't know Dream by Lisa. Ouch, needs more work. Sorry, don't know Shape of You either. Feel like I don't know anything, and I don't. I don't play a lot of cover songs these days. Ever since I grew a mustache, I just stopped playing cover songs. No, joking aside, I haven't done it for like, I don't know, 15 or 20 years. So right now I'm working on my chops. My goal is to, play that, but I need to warm up a little bit more. So if you're wondering what that is just the pentatonic scale played 3 notes and economy picking. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's a pattern that's borrowed from Spearroad at Instagram. Sorry, mate, I don't know Shape of You. And Sigma Boy, if that's a request, I don't know that either. So since we played 3 notes per string, that should translate well to 1, 2, 3, like a standard minor scale. Let's try that. So it's the exact same picking pattern, but I'm playing 3 different notes per string now. Sorry, don't know Lobster either. Maybe we're in the wrong generation, man. Or maybe I'm just been living under a rock for a very long time. Ah, Lobster is trending. That's the reason. I hate trending songs. So maybe that's why I don't know it. Mr. Man, how you doing? I like to play small niche things that is not trending. I'm allergic against the word trending, sorry. If I can rant, there's nothing that bothers me as much as, you know, since I upload all these shorts, I'm constantly going into all social media apps, or at least TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So, you know, I upload between 5 and 10 videos per day. And every time I go into TikTok, it's like you get the same song, but a different video, and someone trying to imitate the other one in the other video. To me, that's brain dead. But I realize what I'm doing here is really like Generation Z, old and boring, whatever, but I just can't stand that everybody wanting to do something trending. So that's why I'm too crappy at it, at playing trendy stuff. I like to improvise, and although it sounds like crap, you can be 100% sure no one else is doing what you're doing, and that's a good feeling. So yeah, I'm sorry. Ouch. Ouch, I messed up. Okay, so now I'm gonna practice some hybrid legato, hybrid picking. So I'm gonna do the pentatonic scale, and I'm constantly gonna be working with this finger. So if you look at my right hand, okay, so I'm gonna try setting a different delay setting. Let's see. Mr. Life, how you doing, man? Good to hear, Mr. Life. Ouch. Sounds kind of bad. So I'm experimenting with like dotted eighth notes, I think. Yeah. You are good at guitar. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. That didn't work. Cool, guys. So I want to thank you for tuning in. It's been lovely getting back to chatting with you guys. I just recovered from, we had a second phase of fever at the beginning of this week. So I'm still not fully recovered yet, but I'm getting there. So I'm going to
stop the stream now, but I hope to catch you again very soon. And I want to thank you because you've been wonderful. And I've been KristoferDahl.